I'm ready. Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening to join us on this call tonight, especially in the heat. I've chosen to camp out in the garden because my house is an absolute furnace. Before we kind of go into it, I just want to give grace to a quick disclaimer. So basically you're going to hear a lot of amazing stories tonight, both physical transformation stories, but also earnings stories and success stories. And this is basically just to say that nothing is guaranteed when it comes to Isagenix, but absolutely anything is possible. So just bear that in mind and have an open mind as we go through all of this. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story and kind of how long I've been involved with Isagenix. So I have been using the products for coming up to 2 years now. And before I started, I had just had my second baby in a short space of time and was kind of struggling with my body image, with my confidence, essentially. So I decided to turn to exercise to try and get me back in shape. But on its own, it just wasn't working. I was a busy mum of two young kids, and I just didn't have enough time, or to be honest, energy to put into the level of exercise that I would have had to have done to actually get the results I was looking for. And you know, what I had previously done to lose weight in the past that had helped me just was for some reason no longer working for me. So basically I was in a place where I was feeling really frustrated, tired, and it kind of seemed to be taking me a long time to make quite small gains, which in itself, you know, when you're trying to lose weight, was really sort of frustrating, demotivating. And I'd find myself making small gains and then just falling straight back off the kind of healthy eating wagon, which is what I was trying to do. So I discovered Isagenix completely by accident, if I'm perfectly honest. I met a lovely lady who was a trainer, personal trainer, at a local exercise group. Actually, you can see there that I went along to with my little bubby. And she explained to me that actually she also did Isagenix as a business in addition to her training, and that she could help me out with nutrition. So at the time I was pretty open, and I just thought, yeah, do you know what, because actually the exercise for me isn't enough and it's not working. So I kind of jumped right in, put my trust in her, and gave it a go. So my physical transformation, I mean, you can see there, as far as weight loss, it was pretty amazing. I lost just over 3 stone in weight and really just started to feel so much more kind of energy, passion, and just feeling better in myself and in my body than I probably actually ever had, even before having had the kids. And since losing all of that weight, I really actually was able to focus on my physical fitness, which is something that I haven't really been that fussed about before, but now I find that I want to be training harder. I want to be training harder more, and actually I now use more of the energy and performance products that Isagenix do rather than where I started, which was more about the weight loss. And that is really to just improve my strength, build lean muscle, and just be in physically the best shape of my life, really. So I have total awe and passion for what these products can do, both internally and externally for people, so much so that I then started to run a small business, basically being a brand ambassador for these incredible products, and actually to earn an additional income for my family, but also to actually help people that were also struggling like I was. Loads of mums, loads of my friends were in the exact same place that I was. So in the 18 months that I've been doing this, kind of in my spare time, part-time, I've probably introduced about 55 people personally to use the products. But I now have a network of customers in my team of almost 400 people, which is just mad. And I still can't quite get my head around how this income model works. And you're going to hear a little bit more about that tonight. But that's really all happened because I just was open to saying yes and getting the results that I did. So it's just been amazing, really. I've had my eyes opened to a model of kind of earning income that I didn't even really realize was possible. And I now have found something that I truly feel passionate about, and I just know that this is going to change the shape and the future of my life and my family's life. And really, this is what you're going to hear all about tonight. So I've got the privilege actually of opening up the call, but also welcoming our main sort of host and speaker for the call this evening. So this is the personal trainer actually who completely pretty much saved my life 2 years ago, and introduced me to this incredible brand. She has successfully built a business in Isagenix for over 7 years. when she actually started when she lived in Australia. She'll tell you a little bit about her story in a minute. She has built a 6-figure income within Isagenix within 2 years, alongside her training business, before moving back to the UK to continue to grow the business here when the brand moved here 3 years ago. So thank you so much for listening to my story, and I'm going to hand over to Carly.
Hello. Thank you so much, Dan. I really appreciate you opening up the call, and you are just a perfect example of what we are able to help people with and help impact their life in so many more ways than just the health side of things. So I love you long time, and we'll be friends forever now, which is a bonus that comes along with this. So before I even get into this, again, the disclaimer, this is a legitimate business, because this is a specific call for people who go to the gym, train in the gym, fitness instructors, PTs, physios, gym owners. I just need to put it in perspective. You don't look at the gym from the outside and get fit and get ripped and get strong. You have to go inside the gym, learn how to actually lift weights properly, and repeat with obviously good nutrition and the rest of it. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for jumping on the call. I know that everyone has a bit of a crazy lifestyle right now, especially people in our industry. We have had a little bit of our world turned upside down. We've had to completely change the way we do business. It's been a little bit of a wobbly time for some. So I really appreciate you being open enough to get on the call and listen to something new. I know being a PT, you get bombarded with lots of different products, ideas, businesses, and a lot of the time it isn't really what I would say we're looking for or where we thought we were going to go. So I just want to say thank you for being open, and I ask you to be even more open, as if I was going to come into your gym or your practice, you would expect me to be open to your modality of training, education, knowledge, eating plans, whatever it is, the way bodybuilding, whatever it is for you, how you would expect me to stay open the whole time to you. So I expect you, while you're here, please stay open the whole time, because you're going to hear about a way that you might think is absolutely crazy to create a lifestyle of a lot more money and a lot more time, to have a lifestyle of a lot more freedom. And you are going to hear from some awesome people who are living this physically and financially, being transformed by these products and this company. So I'm excited. So hopefully you're going to get some awesome value and understand why this is such a viable and incredible opportunity for people in the industry that we are in. So my story, I have always been really into health, the body, fitness. I had done a degree in sports science at university, came out, went into personal training. I've been a PT now for over 15 years. First of all in Kensington in London, then I went to Australia, as Jenny said, and that's where I discovered Isagenix. So I, at that time, was introduced by another personal trainer. She competed, won, looked incredible, but more than anything, her energy attracted me. And whatever she was doing, I trusted her and I wanted it. I was taking supplements anyway because I wanted to be the healthiest, fittest, most amazing version of myself, especially in the job we're in. We should be walking billboards of health. And at that time, I wasn't feeling as healthy as I was actually looking. As you can see, I was quite fit. And so these products, put them in my body, and that's all I changed. I was still doing a whole food diet, really healthy, training hard, and I implemented the Isagenix system into my life, and it changed it completely with my health. I had so much more energy, my digestive system started working, I started sleeping properly, the mental clarity that came with it was just insane. And then also the side in the gym, the recovery, the strength, the fitness improvements. Again, the headspace I had towards training was just ridiculous. Everyone pretty much jumped to me for these products. They were like, whatever you're doing, I need to know about it. They were questioning what I was using. And through this, obviously, that you can see some pictures down the bottom there, through seeing things like results like my husband, who had better results in 16 weeks than he had in like 20 years of training, and thinking he knew better than his wife. Always a mistake, right? So like watching that, and then a few of my friends got involved. I didn't get my clients involved straight away because I needed to know how amazing it was first. You can't recommend things that you don't know are not top of the top being in our profession. And so after looking over the company and understanding that it's science-backed, huge tick, that the people behind it, that also it was an insane opportunity for me to be able to help people that I loved and cared about around the world because this company was able to deliver this incredible box of goodness that had solutions for everybody, not just people that wanted to get in the gym and get ripped up, that I was able to impact their life in so many more ways. I was able to reach outside of the gym, earn an income from people that would never normally have set foot in my gym in the first place. It was just like a no-brainer. I thought, this is an incredible opportunity. And I just decided to pursue it, so much so that after I'd say about a year of doing Isagenix, I kind of quit personal training. And now, as Jenny said, I met her through a class here. I done classes here because I was raising money for some awesome friends that were dealing with cancer at the time. And I was able to do that because of the income Isagenix provides me. I have the time freedom to be able to use to do such awesome things. So another couple of pictures down the bottom, apart from this company allowing me to earn an income which far exceeds what I could have done with a personal training business, it also has given me so much time freedom and free holidays. I've been to, that one was us in Iceland, the one on the right was us in Bahamas, where I actually took Jenny and showed her what Isagenix is truly about. And we go on holiday constantly, which we would never have been able to do if I was just helping one person at a time in a gym and having to be there from 5 o'clock in the morning till 9, 10 at night. And I know we're recording this call because I know loads of personal trainers and people in the industry are having to work right now. So I have to record this call because they haven't got the time freedom to get on it. So I'm really excited for you to understand why we're so excited, and you're going to learn so much more about it. So what was your reason for even getting involved in the industry you're in the personal training, in the health industry, in owning a gym? Like, what is it for you? Was it because you just wanted to make more of an impact? Was it you're so passionate about helping people? Was it that you wanted to own your own hours, decide what your week looked like? Was it your love for people? Was it the fact that you just didn't want to be stuck in the same four walls day in, day out? And you love the idea of autonomy, which is just being your own boss and not having to answer to anyone like in a traditional job. You have to, excuse me, can I go on holiday and enjoy my life? No, sorry. Someone else is doing it that week, you'll have to wait. That sort of crazy talk. So you might find yourself in the job that you absolutely love, but possibly on the left side of this quadrant. And so this is the cash flow quadrant for anybody who doesn't know what it is. If you haven't read a book by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I highly advise it. It's incredible, bit of an eye-opener, because I was not taught this at school. I wish I was. And so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this. If you are on the left side, 95% of the population are on the left side that control about 5% of the wealth. 5% of the population are on the right-hand side of this quadrant and control 95% of the wealth. So really, as people who are entrepreneurial, you would be on this call to find out how to make more money and a better lifestyle if you wasn't. We would be looking at trying to get you over the line, over to the right side. And so if you're going to be in one of these spots right now and you'll relate to it. So if you are in the E box, you are employed. So you have a boss or you work for a company, maybe a gym, maybe a surgery, wherever you're doing physio, and your money and your time are pretty much controlled by your boss. So there's no freedom, there's pretty much a cap on what you can earn, and there's not much leeway to do anything bigger than what you're currently doing. And then you step down, which is a little bit better, but you're in the self-employed category, which is what I was. And so even though, yes, you work for yourself, you're still probably having to wear every hat going. So you're your admin, you're your accountant, you're your CEO, your marketing director, you're probably your cleaner, you're everything. So, and you don't really have much leverage. Like if you are not at work, you are not getting paid. There's only one of you and there's only so many hours in the week. So what happens is you can shift over to the right side and become a business owner. And there's probably some gym owners on here right now that's like, yeah, sweet, I'm on the right hand side, which is awesome. However, there are some negative sides to being a business owner, which would be staff, main one, pay for bills, training. There's so many things that you have to deal with. You're probably the first one in the mornings, last one out at night, last one to get paid. There's lots of stresses, and especially at the moment with the crazy corona business that's happening, you're still not being able to open your gyms. When it does come to July, who knows what the restrictions will be, how many people will be like quite cautious about coming back to the gym and how many people you'll be allowed to be in the building to warrant paying for the bills, paying for the staff. It's just a little bit of a crazy position at the moment for business owners, unfortunately. So what we want to do is, in this position, is find a system that creates leverage so you could make money, also create time, and then obviously the I is investing. So that's when you earn a lot of money and you can put it into making your money work for you. So think about where you are right now. So what are your options in wherever you are? So if you're fitness, wherever your job is. So you could go for sponsorship, which is very complimented that someone wants you to rep their brand and be an ambassador. However, and that could be, by the way, that could be, you could get paid a small amount. It doesn't tend to be too large unless you are at the top of your game, like a serious football star. You could get freebies, you could get discounts on products, or get a little kickback from giving people a code, which is obviously awesome. But the only thing is, it's an affiliate marketing, so it's a one-time payment off of that. There's no access to geometric progression type of payment, which we're going to talk about in a minute, which is incredible. You only really get to tap up your network, and well, who knows how long it's going to last, when the next person is going to be the popular person, or the trends are going to change and you might not be flavour of the month anymore. And I'm sorry to put it like that, but I am quite a direct speaker. So, and then the other thing with this is you have zero equity in the supplement line, which in network marketing, you are so in control of what you're earning and everything that comes through after you get enrolled. So then there's retail. So you probably, if you own a gym right now, you're probably retailing products currently. Bad points are small margins. You might have to stock and store loads of products, so upfront costs. And the people that buy your products aren't actually tied to you, they're tied to the company. So there's nothing to say they're going to come back and reorder your products. So it could just be a one-time purchase again, because they could find it online in a different shop, and they are tied to the actual company itself. And then there's the online subscription model, which I know a lot of people are doing now, obviously, because online is the place to be. And so it's awesome. But would you agree that it's a little bit of a saturated market right now? Everyone's online doing their thing, trying to really promote themselves, trying to fight for space. And there's a few negatives that come with it, which would be you have to charge less, because you can't charge them the same as what you would per hour being a personal trainer. So they end up getting monthly subscriptions, which reduces it quite dramatically. So then you've got to try and find a lot more people to get involved to be able to cover your costs. I actually spoke to someone today, and they're at a CrossFit gym, who is upping their charges, even though they're doing stuff online, and they're losing people straight away, but they're having to up it to cover their costs and keep business going. So they're in a little bit of a tight spot right now. And then you've got competing with others that might be charging lower. I reckon the lower budget people that are offering are going to supersede the people that are a little bit more expensive, because obviously people are going to watch where their pennies are going at the moment. And then there's the cost of building the website and paying for against the big bad boys who've got a lot more money that shoot their stuff up to the top of Google. There's so much competition. So, and I am not saying that you shouldn't do that at all. I think you should build your brand online, offline. I think absolutely go for it. But I want you to see this as a cash flow producing asset to fund you while you're building your brand, while you're pursuing whatever it is you're pursuing right now that works perfectly alongside it. It extends your reach rather than just, as I said, people that are in your immediate network. It increases subscribers. And it's all about what we are passionate about anyway, which is helping more and more people get incredible results. So right now, how will you differentiate yourself within quite a saturated market? So you can establish an online wellness store with massive value, a simplified wellness system that helps educate people. It simplifies the decision-making process. It's a one-stop shop for them to come and get all the products they're already bloody using. By the way, all your clients and people that you know are using products anyway. So really trying to get them to buy from your shop rather than sending them elsewhere, as well as keeping them plugged into a community, which increases retention, improves attrition, and it just makes everyone's life easier, theirs and yours, and get them to align with a system that guarantees them the results that they have come to you for. Drink break. So this was huge for me. This was like a bing, bing, bing moment when I realised. So when you think of, most gyms really have an issue with thinking, how can I reach outside of my gym? How can I access people? Because really you're focusing, or you're relying on people that are coming to you. And I think it's something that all gyms and PTs and physios and whatever industry you're in has to think about. How can I reach beyond the gym? How can I have a larger impact on people? So I'm going to show you how you can not only help your current customer base maintain and actually exceed the incredible results, so that it's going to improve your retention. They're going to keep coming back for more, and they're kind of become walking billboards for your extended brand anyway. But I'm going to show you how you can create income and profit centers from people that would never have stepped foot inside your building. So this is like the game changer. For example, Jenny, who you heard from earlier, obviously you can see she was definitely a walking billboard. So she got incredible results. She actually, everyone jumped her for it. I actually know the girls were like, whatever you're doing, give it to me now. Stop pretending that you're not doing anything. I remember. And she posted on Facebook and said, oh my God, I feel fabulous. People then started to ask her, what the hell are you doing? And she's obviously said, well, my PT introduced me to like this program. And they obviously were like, well, I've got a PT and I don't get those results. She goes, but my PT is different. She's got something special. And so she introduced her to this system that made her life so much easier, made her feel better than she's ever felt in her whole life, look like an absolute rocket. And so obviously her friends were like, yes, please, thank you very much, sign me up, because you can't buy it in shops, you have to go through people. So Jenny introduced her friend. One person, for example, was Fern, who I never knew, who was a teacher from a different part of town, who then obviously introduced her friends, school mums, teachers. And if you just think about this, I have then just created a profit center through Jenny's network that I would never have been able to access otherwise. Think about that one scenario times a lot, and how you can imagine how you can build up an income that would be far greater than you ever could by being inside just the gym with that access. So it also should be another little bit of a, hang on a minute, you could create a dual income stream. So all these people that you're meeting through her network, through their network, they could also come to you and start training with your online PT business. Or they could come to your studio, they come to your place where you massage them, or for recovery purposes. So there's a double way, it's a two-way system that you could like maximize your results, obviously, definitely first, but also your income stream. So Isagenix, who are we? So I love this so much and I'm really proud to be part of it. So our vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the most trusted and respected health and wellness company in the world. Just have a little think right now and think about what your company's vision statement is. Or are they banging on your door saying you need to hit targets, you need to do this for their pocket? That's something huge. So these people in the middle, it's a family-run company. It's privately owned, which is awesome in business because they are in control of what happens. They're 18 years strong, but young enough to be so innovative and ahead of the curve. So if you have a look at the older two, Jim Coover, he used to be a bodybuilding champ. He used to compete. He's an entrepreneur. He actually was in charge of actually built a business that was one of the first mail order programs back in the 80s, and took it to $1 billion company in like 27 months, which back then was just like unheard of. Kathy, his missus, has been in 3 network marketing companies to the top, understands exactly what it is you do and don't do to be successful, and she made sure that everything in Isagenix is what you do and and her motto is, if it's not right for us, the associates, the members, the customers, it is not right for the company. And because of that motto, it is obviously been so successful because, well, the company is absolutely booming. And then the gentleman is their son. He's the chief visionary officer. He's an absolute legend. His missus actually was a sports scientist and a PT over in Australia, who become a millionaire, an Isagenix millionaire at the age of 26. And they basically fell in love, and it's a bit of a fairy tale story. And these are the people that are in charge of our company, and they are amazing. I've met them. I've actually been at Jim and Kathy's house. They're just good people. So a little bit about the company. So again, established in 2002, it's 18 years old. We're in 14 international markets and growing. We are opening in 11 new European countries. I'm not allowed to tell you what they are because I was getting so much trouble, but it's happening soon. So basically, you're going to be able to do business in 11 different countries soon and be one of the first people to be launching this product line there. That is so crazy exciting. And it's still so new in the countries that we're in currently. Multiple business awards, and not just network marketing business awards. I'm talking like Stevie Awards, like serious business awards. Over 7 billion in cumulative sales from a company that's based on word of mouth based marketing only. That is incredible because it means there's something to talk about with these products. They have paid out 3.2 billion in commissions to people like us. And plus we do not make any income claims. This is not a get rich quick thing. This is if you put heart, soul, effort, you learn the skills, you put the energy in, you help a lot of people, you can, like, everything is possible, as Jenny said. And that could be 100 quid a week, 300, 500, 1,000, 20,000 a week. It all depends on what you want to put into it, because there is actually an uncapped income potential. 313 cumulative millionaires, so that's people that have earned $1 million over the period of time. So that could be them earning 100 grand for 10 years. It could be them earning $1 million pretty bloody quickly, or it could be even longer. So it's different for everybody. And over 30 million in product and monetary donations, which I absolutely love. They are a heart-based company. And I've been on many trips where I have, they call it the Give Back Day. I've helped build toilets and bathrooms and do veggie patches in tiny little communities in Peru, like help feed the homeless. Like, they're such a wicked company. And obviously, what you really want to know about is products backed by science. It's so important. So I think everyone knows, if you were going to start off a business, there is so many costs and overheads, and like a lot of people have to go into debt when they start a new company. With network marketing, the costs are literally eradicated, really. Isagenix have done for you services for no extra cost. All you pay for to be involved in this business is the products, is the food you're going to put in your face to feel absolutely awesome, to be a walking billboard, which is the best tool you're going to have. And that's what you do as you go along. And this is what you get for free. So customer services, UK based, European speaking. Every country has their own customer service. So you can, when you're doing businesses in other countries, you can talk to them in person. They deal with distribution. So you do not have to stock and store anything, unless obviously you're a gym and you want to retail it, and that's absolutely fine. The business app, so this is just done for you. One app is about what's happening in your business. It tells you who's doing what. I was recognized through one of these like apps, or sorry, actually the business reports, by someone that this girl was enrolling all these people in this tiny little town in Australia. And that's how I knew about Isagenix, because someone spotted me through a report that was done for her. She didn't even have to do it herself, and she found me. Then you get an app that you can send videos, tools, pictures, all the information, the science, and you actually get notifications to say when your person's looked at it and how much of the video they've looked at, for free. You get a coaching app that every person gets complimentary, you as well as all of your customers, which helps with the coaching and tracking of their results. And then the business reports, as I just mentioned, help you actually basically run your business for you. They do digital marketing, where they are sending your people emails about new products, like what they want to be using, special offers, all done for you. You get a multi-million-dollar website for free, which you can send to people. You can attach it to, if you've got a website already, you can attach it, you can link it, you can put it on your social media, and people can sign themselves up. You don't even know who they are, and they're ordering stuff for your back office. And then obviously the education and training, all done for free. That is crazy. Just that sheet alone is crazy. So another one. So the ISA Body Challenge is a 16 weeks challenge that Isagenix put together to get better results out of people, to keep them on track, to increase retention and reduce attrition. They pay for the prizes, they organise it, the digital marketing's done, you can use all of the graphics, you can link it up with classes that you do. They basically put the money behind it, but you can use it in your business. So that person up in the top corner, if you can see him, he's part of my team. He just got into the final and got paid £1,000. As a personal trainer, would you be able to offer someone £1,000 for getting into the final and actually being able to drive them with them sort of incentives? I'm going to say probably not. And so he could also go on to win £5,000, a trip to America. It is such a good incentive for people to tap into, to keep reordering, to keep getting amazing results, and just to be plugged in. So no compromise products, so important. So it basically means that they would never use cheaper ingredients, cut things, change the formulations so that their bottom line is better, to risk our results or the standard of ingredients that they put into our products. It's responsibly and ethically sourced. It's science-backed, clinically tested externally, rigorous testing. They test for 70 plus pesticides and herbicides, heavy metals. Some organic ingredients don't even cut the mustard and don't even get into our products. Like, they are so shit hot on it. I'm very sorry, I knew I'd have a little swear word in there somewhere. They're always putting millions into innovative ideas, making sure the products are the top of the top. Like, really, that would stop most of us right there, who could fund millions about making our own products and guaranteeing they're the best. And with regards to the testing, which I'll talk about in a minute, most of the products that I would say I'm going to guarantee that most of us have used, we don't know what the hell is actually inside of them, what quality they are, where they've come from. So to be able to guarantee that for our clients is such a big tick. 50 plus handpicked scientists, basically really years and years and years of education and experience have gone into making these products, and we just get sent a box and we just order someone a box. It's actually insane. When I say it out loud, I'm just so grateful. And so obviously what we do not put in our products is just as important. So they're grass-fed only for the whey protein, gluten and soy-free, low glycemic, nothing artificial, vegan friendly. Therefore, absolutely any solution, any goal that someone's got, I've got a solution for, or we have got a solution for. It really is a system that like takes the guesswork out of wellness. So the science, there are so many studies to say how depleted, unfortunately, our food is and contaminated. So whether that's pesticides, herbicides, depleted in a way that over farming, the overgrown population, having to really mass produce to get it to people, there are actually studies to show that by the time you eat this really healthy fruit and veg, it could be stored up to a year. I actually introduced a girl whose family done the apples and pears for Coles, which is in Australia, and she said, yeah, you lot don't get it till it's about a year because of all the processes it goes through, and we think we're being really healthy giving it to us and our kids, and when we're crunching on those grapes that come from California, how the hell are they lovely, sweet and crunchy? Like, you just have to really think about it for a second. And if you're someone who, like me, is thinking, well, I eat organic, so did I, but it doesn't, there are actually more studies to show that there's no nutritional content difference, it's just the toxicity levels. And I've actually, if you went in my garden, I'm actually growing my own veggie patch because I feel so strongly about this. And still I use Isagenix because I can't grow the range of vegetables and fruits, like different colours, to get the right amount of phytonutrients for optimal health that I need to. So I still need to supplement even though I'm going to those sort of lengths. So Isagenix is here to provide people with a foundation of wellness, for people, to empower people and enable them to feel their best every day. So this is huge for me. It just makes everything work in synergy. So three basic things. It aligns the body so every cell and organ actually work together, talk to each other, work in synergy so that your body functions optimally. And so our way of doing that is we implement something called adaptogens into our programs, into our products, which are plant-based ingredients that basically are in extreme environments, and when you put them in your body, it brings your body into balance, it combats your negative effects of stress, it makes you so switched on, it's crazy. They are incredible. I never knew about them before Isagenix taught me about them, so I'm so grateful. And then into the cleansing side, so it helps your body remove impurities that are stopping it from functioning properly. It gives it a good shower on the inside, it shines up your cells, and it allows your body optimal functioning and health to metabolize energy, burn fat, build lean muscle, and it just makes you feel incredible. We do that through nutritionally supported intermittent fasting. We call it cleansing. You've probably heard about fasting. People have been doing it for centuries. It's a bit of another buzzword like adaptogens. We've been doing it since we first started, but we, in my opinion, do it make it more doable for the normal person because we balance their sugar levels, we keep them nourished, they're having something all the way throughout the day, and we have incredible results because of it. And then the last part, which is nourishes, which is obviously absolutely important. I think a lot of people in our industry are a little bit guilty of focusing so much on macros, they don't think about micros. And your body, like minerals, are the spark plugs of life. This provides every cell of your body the nutrients, the botanicals, everything it needs to not only just survive, but to thrive. And we do something called, for you guys that love a macro, we do something called protein pacing, where we have high quality protein spread out throughout the day, and it's proven to help people with their body composition results, which is so much more important than losing weight on a scale. And I hope everyone knows that it is not just, anyone can get skinny, right? We're about nourishing people's bodies trim, lean, with decent muscle mass, reduced body fat percentage, reduced visceral fat, which is something that Clinton does I haven't even mentioned. And we make it a lot easier for people. We get maximum amount of nutrition in minimal amount of calories. We fill the nutritional gaps to even the healthiest person. I was one of them, and one of them. And it's in a system that everything's just taken care of, and it takes the guesswork out of it. So, as I just said, save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. So everything you want, every goal, we have a solution for, and I truly believe that. We've got, as you can see, we've got a full Informed Sport performance range, which athletes use, which gym junkies use, and it's accredited. So I love our performance range. It's amazing. And we've also got a plant-based range for people that are either dairy intolerant or just choose that way of life. We've got a full system, but we've basically got the whole product range where it's a one-stop shop, and anyone who wants anything can come to your shop and get it. And you can stand by it and be like, that's safe, that's the highest quality. And Isagenix are so confident about their products. They offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if for some unknown reason, your clients, your people, your friends, your family don't get along with the system, they can send it back to customer service, who deal with everything. You do not get all of their money back, no questions asked. And then they can go on with what they're doing currently. But I will say that only under 1% of people actually return their products, and that's worldwide, because they are able to offer such an awesome deal, because they pretty much guarantee you're going to have the most incredible results if you do it properly, obviously. So this is a big one, and I know that if you are educated in this sort of way, you will appreciate clinical studies. And so Isagenix were producing all these amazing results, and I reckon it was people in our industry that were like, well, excuse me, put your money where your mouth is, I want to see the proof, because that's what we're like, right? Even though we probably don't actually know what's in a lot of the stuff that we originally took. And so they thought, all right then, sweet. So they done clinical studies. First one was on postmenopausal women, because they knew that they were like the hardest category of people to help them lose weight. And if you just have a little look at this, to me, yes, 47, by the way, this was against the heart healthy diet, which is what doctors recommend to be healthy. And yes, 47% more fat loss, which is awesome, but twice as much more visceral fat, which is the terrible fat that you do not want around your midsection, around your organs. So it's an incredible health marker. So then they thought, hang on, let's take it a little bit further. In fact, one of the researchers was so impressed with the results, he actually done this independently, Dr. Paul Arciero, I always get his name wrong, and he'd done a 12-week study, but done men and women, because we didn't want people saying, well, you done a study on women, what about us? So men and women equally. And if you just have something that stand out to me, being so passionate about health, is 33% increase in total PCBs released from fat, and that's the toxins from plastics, which like you can't really get away from. Well, slowly over time we are, thank goodness. And 25% decrease in oxidative stress, which is obviously very detrimental to your health, and plus fat reduction and all the other awesome results that you would want. Then they thought, they were getting questions like I do all the time. Is it sustainable? Is it maintainable? And I was like, yes, well, I've been doing it for 7 years, so I would say definitely yes. But they put it to the test, and like you can just see, they had an maintained weight loss, increase in losing body fat and abdominal fat. The one that I love, where is it? is a 20% release in PCBs in the isogenic, 20% more increase in PCB release in isogenics compared to the heart healthy diet. And it just showed how maintainable and how awesome the system is to be able to actually truly help people, to stop them yo-yoing, to stop them from trying this. Their body doesn't know whether it's coming or going because there's just no consistency about the awesome nutrition that's going in their body. And then the last one, which because they're increase in the amount of products that are performance range, they've done a study on performance and strength. So you can see for women, 2 times more upper body muscular endurance and core muscular endurance, and for the blokes, it was upper body strength, explosive power. This is like our proteins compared to one you get off the shelf. So it's my time to take a breath and let someone else step up. And I'm really excited. So I'm going to introduce you to Natasha, who is a really good friend of mine. She is a senior physiotherapist, musculoskeletal physiotherapist, and women's health specialist. Then we're going to hear from Michael, who is a 20-year-long gym owner. He's a body comp prep legend. He's actually on the board of one of the federal places over the bodybuilding federations over in Belgium. He is a 6-figure income earner now through Isagenix. And then Heather, who is amazing, and she was an ex-athlete, personal trainer, and she is actually an Isagenix millionaire. So I'm excited for you to hear from your peers with different views, different stories, but still incredible results. Natasha, can you take yourself off mute?
Yep, indeed. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for your time. As Carly's introduced me, I am Natasha, and I am a team lead physiotherapist in the musculoskeletal world. And recently, in the last 2 years, got into more of the pelvic health or women's health world. So a couple of different strings to your bow, as you say. Been doing that for about 14 years now since I graduated, and I love my job. And so hence I want to talk to you today about how this has led me into combining the two forces, really. So a bit about my story first. That central picture there, that first photograph was taken when I got back from traveling. My husband and I, or he was my fiance when we got back, had a great time in South America. Didn't really focus on any kind of health or wellness management because it was a bit difficult to do for 5 months, and got back into the NHS, working really hard, long hours, standard procedure really as a physio, and just realised that I was the biggest I've ever been. I was in a bit of a slump. My mood had funked a bit. I was stressed, dealing with patients day to day. I'm sure any healthcare professionals on here can align themselves to that kind of feeling. And I needed something to change. And I'd been watching, as we tend to do on social media, my friend from school, who's just introduced you to all of this, Carly. We went to school together. And I just noticed a massive change in her energy levels. And for me, that was the first thing that attracted me. I said, I really want what she's got. She's all of a sudden gone from being normal personal trainer to Tigger. So I reached out and I just said to her, what is it that you're doing? Because you've changed recently. And so we had a bit of a chat. And once the system was allowed to come into the UK a couple of years back, I jumped straight on it, no hesitation. Give me the biggest pack, because I not only just want to lose a bit of weight, I want what you've got. I want that energy, that vitality for life, and I need that for helping myself within my job, for my clients, for my patients. So I had a fantastic journey with it, and not only did I lose a lot of weight, which was one of my primary goals, I've never been so much in the best shape I've been. I managed to cycle from Land's End to John O'Groats, and the recovery from that was amazing every night, and that was using some of the performance products. But the things that you can't see in a photograph, for me certainly, and in a workplace scenario, was that my mental clarity was much better. So I wouldn't have those post-lunch afternoon slums, and I felt that I was actually able to give myself through 100% to every patient that I was seeing, every client that I was seeing throughout the day, rather than just having that highlight in the morning and then just slowly dipping down. Other things that you can't see either, obviously energy. I have never exercised so much in my life, and I've always been a keen exerciser, and it's just allowed me to kind of finish work at a reasonable hour, go and hit the gym, go to classes, get on the bike, and it's just revelationary. And I've not had that with anything else. I'd like to think that in the past, like Carly said, I was quite a clean eater, apart from when I was traveling, and prided myself on what I was doing to fuel my body, and never have I had such fantastic results in terms of how I felt in here and in here as well as how I looked on the outside. But for me, this is really important, and Carly's touched on it quite a lot, so I don't have to talk about it too much, but the cleansing side of this system is absolutely key in health these days, and I think it's overlooked a little bit, although it's becoming more and more popular. You know, the benefits of intermittent fasting are now widespread in most popular journals now, in the forefront of the medical world, and especially with people who have got inflammatory conditions. And I see lots of these people, not just arthritis, you know, or psoriasis, but all sorts of other skin disorders, inflammatory bowel issues, and that leans into the women I'm seeing for the women's health type side of my job. And so complementing a fasting day by actually cleansing and making sure that you don't have those sugar dips and that you keep yourself on the straight and narrow is such a successful way at making this program and this system even more achievable for those patients to get that improved internal health. And with that comes external, you know, aesthetics. You look better, you feel better, you act better, you think better. So the mental health side of it as well is so positive. And I could write a long list of all the clients that I could potentially, you know, offer this to, because they've got heart issues, because their visceral fat is too much, they're overweight, they don't have the energy because they're too busy, or they're too much in a slump, their mental health is down, bloody blah, you know, the list goes on and on and on. And I really think now people are starting to look at nutrition in a new way, because this is the new medicine. What you put in is going to be how you feel and how you function. It doesn't all have to be tablets and prescriptions. This is such an easy way for managing. So, you know, in the long term, we need to look at this as a long-term option. The beauty of the system is that you can use it long term, as those studies just suggested. This is maintenance. You know, once you've achieved where you want to be, you just want to keep on that straight and narrow. And like Carly said, she's been using it for 7 years. I've been using it pretty much every day, even taking it on holiday with me when I've been away, because I love the way that I feel on it. And if you feel so good, why would you go back to your old ways? And I'd love to sort of keep sharing that with my clients and my friends and my family, because it's addictive. When you feel good, why change it, you know? So this for me is going to help me provide and boost a little bit more of, rather than just being a physiotherapist, I like to think of myself more going into more of a holistic therapy. You know, I'm not just treating people for rehabilitation or for pain, but as a whole, because this can help mental health, not just physical health. It will help them sleep better. So lots and lots of positives. So super excited to see how this goes, you know, as it accelerates in the UK, not just in Europe as well, because it's going to help so many people. And we need this now. We don't need people relying on day-to-day medications and popping pills. You know, people need to take action for themselves, and this is such an easy and effective and very tasty way of doing that.
Amazing. Thank you, Tash. Love your story so much. So next we have this awesome handsome gentleman who I've just noticed has jumped on the floor. I'm so glad, because he's so busy. Michael, are you there?
Yes, you hear me?
Yeah. Hi.
It's in between two patients. I'm also a physio, so it's in between two patients I do this call.
You're amazing. Thank you so much for your time. You don't have to stay long. I just want you to let everyone know about your personal results and obviously business results, and why you chose Isagenix to absolutely smash all your clients' results.
Okay, great. So hi everyone, I am Michael Bogart from Belgium. I'm a gym owner already 25 years, sorry. I studied physical education and physiotherapy here in Belgium. I'm also a nutritionist already more than 20 years. So I coach a lot of athletes, sport athletes on all kinds of levels. So before Isagenix, it was really difficult to coach my people, my clients, my athletes with the right nutrition, because a lot of people are, it's not possible to do the meal prep, you know, in the morning, oatmeal, chicken, broccoli, rice. A lot of people say, hey, I have a busy life. It's too difficult to do a whole food plan. And then 2 years I was introduced by Isagenix by a person from the Netherlands. He said, hey Michael, this is an amazing superfood system with nutritional cleansing. I started with 10 people from me, 10 patients, 10 athletes. We're 2 years now. I have more than 6,000 members in my team. With everybody has amazing results. And for me, why this system? Because it's still a combination of whole foods, amazing products. We have natural, balanced products, and the detox. So the cleansing is unique on all the systems. So for me, that's a huge difference as a coach, as a nutritionist. Also business-wise, before Ashley Jennings, working real long hours, like 100 hours in a week, no free time, no time to travel. I'm 2 years in with Ashley Jennings. Last year, I did Bahamas, Mexico, Nashville, Tenerife, all paid by the company, 5-star resorts. So on a quality level, on a personal level, it's really a game changer for me. And to see people changing physically and financially, that's the biggest goal. So yeah, there's no better system for me as a nutritionist and as a physio to help people for sure. Yeah.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you jumping on. I know how busy you are, darling. You're the best.
Thank you, Carly. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hey. And then next, this amazing lady who has become one of my closest. Her story is incredible. Heather, are you there?
Yes, I am. I was just unmuting. Hey, everybody, how are you? I'm going to keep this quite brief because I know the call is stretching out now to the hour mark. Thank you, Carly, for having me on the call, and thank you, everyone, for coming to listen. Most of you don't know me. I do appreciate it, but I always get a little bit shocked when I look at that cash flow quadrant every time I see it. For the first 40 years of my life, my working life, I was on the left-hand side of the cash flow quadrant. It's only this last 10 years that I've been on the right-hand side. I managed to turn my life completely around. And if you're a personal trainer and you're listening to this call, you're listening to the recording, or you're on the call, I want you to imagine, you've heard a lot of information, but I want you to imagine if you could get the kind of results that you've seen on the screen every single time with your clients, without having to do diet plans that you could, be sitting up till midnight like I was, hoping that people were going to be eating the right foods, hoping that your clients were going to turn up for training motivated, hoping they were going to get the results because they were doing the right things when you weren't with them. If that's what your life is like as a personal trainer, that was my life. And this system, this company, completely changed my life as a personal trainer. 12 years ago, that's me in the middle as a surf lifesaver. I was a huge adventurer, a bit of a hippie, traveled the world, ended up in Australia, spent 25 years in Australia as a personal trainer. And that picture there is me before Ashley Jennings. So I've got the washboard abs. I was a national champion athlete, competed in surf lifesaving. I looked pretty healthy. I felt okay. I had a very, very small mindset around nutrition supplements. I believed we didn't need them. Didn't have a bar of them. I was approached by so many companies. I was even sponsored as an athlete. I was a big organic, whole food eater. And that's all I think, that's all I thought at the time mattered. I used to tell my clients, never take any nutritional supplements. We do not need them. But at the same time, my clients, some of them for 20 years I'd trained them, would turn up for training tired from the session before. They carried pockets of visceral fat around the tummy. They weren't always motivated. I think you'll all agree as trainers that we end up having such a great relationship with our clients that they come to us often just for the chat. It becomes, oh, well, I've been with that person so long, I'm not changing. And, we're taking money off these people and we know we're not getting the results. But I was very stubborn. I didn't know there was another way, and we only know what we know, right? So I was approached by some great friends of mine in Australia, and because they approached me, because they were my friends, I trusted them, I knew what they were telling me was the truth, and they said something so simple: we've been using a product, Heath, would you like to try it? And actually I said, yeah, okay, for a favor for them. They were my friends, I just wanted to help them. Put the products in my body, and pretty much the same as Tash and Jen and Carly and Michael, I had an amazing result. My training improved, my recovery improved, I grew more lean muscle, I trained less but still got the same results. And if you're an athlete on the call, you'll know that is key. We want to get the same results, but we don't have to batter our bodies. I was an aging athlete, so to build muscle as you're aging was absolutely gold for me. I was absolutely sold on these products, but I just don't understand the correlation to the big jump. Why did I have such an amazing result when I ate so well? I juiced, I ate clean, I ate whole foods, organic, all the right things. I was very fussy about what I put in my body. So it led me on a big quest to look at where was that gap, and Carly covered it. Our food is depleted. We all understand that now. But I know from a personal training point of view, it was very difficult for me to suddenly say to my clients, hey, I've changed my mind. However, they were important to me. My clients were important to me. And I just had to eat humble pie. And I said, look, I've been using this system of products. Are you open to trying them? They trusted me. They were probably as fed up as me of not getting the results. We tried every diet plan going. How many more sit-ups can you make your clients do? So I put a few of the clients on the products. It's a bit of a test, really. I didn't want them all to try it, but I tested the few clients that I was really, really wanting better results with. And they had the most amazing results. And when Collie talked about a walking, talking billboard, you imagine your profile as a personal trainer. You imagine how it would lift when all of your clients started to get better results because of what you were implementing. That happened to me. What actually happened, my clients walked around my gym, stripping their stuff. They had the results that I couldn't get them. So it instantly attracted more people. More people said, hey, what are you doing with Heather? She seems to be getting great results. So my personal training business skyrocketed. My retention in my personal training business skyrocketed just because people were getting better results. I didn't have to say anything. A bit like Jen, really, when she attracted people in the gym. I didn't have to tell people anything. I absolutely loved the fact I wasn't up for hours on end writing nutritional programs. I didn't have to hope that my clients were motivated. That mental clarity that Tash talked about is real. My clients are just true indication of that. And the great thing is they're still getting the same results. They're still getting those results now. They stayed on this program because who wants to go back to being unmotivated, carrying pockets of visceral fat, counting calories? Nobody wants to do that anymore. So I'd always been on the left-hand side of the quadrant. That's all I knew. I didn't understand any other way of earning money. I earned $400 a week as a personal trainer. I couldn't do any more working hours. I was a sports coach as well. I got 2 young children and a single mom. So for me to earn any money, extra money, it took me away from the very things that I want to be with most, which is my family. I knew there was a business attached to Isagenix. The word business freaked me out. I already got a business. I was a gym owner. I was a personal trainer. I was a sports coach. So the thought of operating another business totally was not for me. But when somebody said to me, actually, you can grow a great community by being part of this company. You can free up some time for yourself by being part of this company. That really appealed to me. Money was never really my driver, but those things are putting people together to have a bigger impact, having more time. That really, really appealed to me. So as I started to understand more about this business, I started to think, well, if I can help one person with Isagenix, I can help a lot of people. What actually happened, the people that I helped with Isagenix decided they wanted to help other people as well. They wanted to get in on the act. They wanted to be the ones to tell their friends. They wanted to show off their new physiques. So organically and really by default, my business, even though I didn't call it a business, started to grow. More and more people were attracted to my personal training because of the products I was using. They wanted in on that system because it was easy, it was convenient, and it got results, guaranteed all your money back. So I started noticing a little trickling of extra money coming in. And bear in mind, at the end of each week, $400 was all I could earn because no more hours in the day. Extra $50 here and there, extra $100 here and there was magical to me because I actually hadn't had to leave my home to do that. I hadn't actually had to get more clients to do that. And I hadn't actually had to do a lot more than be a walking, talking billboard along with my clients for what this company was about. So a couple of years in, I had a huge financial disaster, an investment I was involved with went horribly wrong and my back was against the wall financially. And I had to have a long, hard look at what was my future. And did I really want to be the oldest personal trainer in town, still on £400 a week, $400 a week for years and years and years, helping just a small group of people? Or did I want to really think about what I was being shown, the way to free up more time, the way to grow a bigger community? And I actually hooked into that idea in a big way because I loved growing a community. I loved putting people together, having great results. I loved that positivity about my clients. They were all making me friends. They were feeling better. I loved that. And I started to think, if I can do this on a small scale, what would it mean to do it on a bigger scale? I love my personal training. I didn't want to stop that. I love my sports coaching. So I just set a little bit more time aside each day to run alongside what I was already doing. I didn't want to impact my clients. I didn't want to impact my sports coaching. I just devoted a little bit more time to my Isagenix business to learn, build the skills, and to operate in a more professional way. So 12 years later, I've actually, over those years, I introduced 350 people into Isagenix, just 350 people. My network has now grown to over 8 countries and 105,000 people globally using these products because of the people that I told, who they told, and it just snowballed because of the power of this community, the power of the results of these products, and the power of helping everybody understand that there is a better way than being on the left side of the quadrant. It took me 40 years to work that out. So for me, it's, if you're listening to this as a trainer and you're thinking, how can I serve my clients better? You can introduce them to this system. If you're thinking, how can I serve myself better? You can help others to do the same. Because in our lifetime, it's not about money, it's about the time. And with traditional business, when you try to increase your income, you reduce your time. In our industry, in Isagenix, when you increase your income, you free up time. And to me, time is of the essence. If we can free up time, but not lower our standards of income, that to me has to be worth its weight in gold. And I know every single client that I put on this program is grateful. And I know your clients will be grateful too, because you will have given them a way out from the guilt of not getting the results that you're trying to get them. My clients have admitted that they used to feel terrible when they had a bar of chocolate. You know, they knew all the work I'd done with them was gone out the window. So let's give them an excuse and a reason to look after their bodies properly. Thank you, Colin.
You're amazing. I love it. And that ties in so perfectly to, oh man, this sheet first. Obviously, this is really important. We have lots of athletes using our products. Obviously, Heather is one of them, but if you just have a little looky, we've got Peterborough United. Like, these products are for normal people, for athletes, for gym goers, for people who hate the gym, and you can help all these people, the whole different market. You can help everybody. So this is the thing that Heather just brought up, which is the problem with time and money. It's exactly what she said. I don't even need to repeat it. For you to earn more money, you're gonna have to give up more time, and it's a bit of a seesaw. And so I want to talk to you about a way you can absolutely change it. And so if you're thinking, this isn't for me, I'm going to go at it lone wolf, be a PT and just do it by myself, I just want to put things into perspective if that's your plan. So all you can do max, as Michael was doing, is working 12 hours a day, 365 days a year. And the maximum you can earn off of is 4,380 hours of productivity per year, which sounds a lot, but think about how knackered you'd be, no life. And imagine if you could do as what we have just done and introduce something that is guaranteed to give your people the results they're asking you for, and follow a system, a proven system that will teach you, and you grow a network of 2,000, let alone Heather's 100 and something thousand, Michael's 6,000, my 4,500. 2,000. And if only 20% of those people decided to, well, actually might not have the choice, but to share like Jenny, or actually felt really passionate about sharing like all of us have said, that would change for you getting paid on 400 hours. If it's just 20%, 400 hours per day, which by the end of the year is 146,000 hours of productivity that you would be getting paid on. And so if you was to do that by yourself, this scared the hell out of me. You would be having to work 33.3 years to get the same amount of productivity you could have got in 1 year by sharing this system with a network of people that want it and need it. To me, if like that should be like, whoa, hang on a minute. Time leverage is a game changer. And so I'm going to be so quick about this because I realized what the time was. Residual income is, I didn't even know it was possible for Isagenix. It's the income of the wealthy. It's where people get paid repetitively again and again throughout life for something they did once. So say, for instance, myself and Heather, we introduced people in Australia years ago. Every time these people are loving their lives, feeling very grateful to us, actually, introducing people that they love and care about, we're still every month getting paid on these people. This is the only way, network marketing is the only way for normal people like us to be able to access this type of income. And so network marketing is the way. So it is not This is like a serious business model, like 193 billion made last year. Like it's insanely huge. Low overheads, you actually eat your overheads. You have a global reach from your gym, from your little office with 2 kids, which is what I'm doing right now. Free mentorship, you get taught everything for nothing. No having to stock or store. You earn while you learn. You don't have to go and do a degree and actually get into debt while you're able to then get into earning money. They do the distribution, manufacturing, you get a residual income, unlimited earning potential, because the network just keeps on growing, keeps on sharing. People are walking around, walking billboards. It's just true leverage. And so I want to do this. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to, hopefully, hang on a minute. I've now lost you. Excellent. There you are. Can you put me on speaker view? If you look up into the top right corner, and I just want to explain really simply how this works. So if you're thinking, well, how do I even get involved in the business? All you do is buy the products that are going to get you the results. You can get started on anything, you actually can, but my recommendations is to become a walking, talking billboard, doing the system properly, using the products. It is your best tool. It is your best tool to be proof of what this does. So you start on a system, you have a left team and a right team. That is it. 2 teams, sales teams, whatever you want to call them. I call them legs, left and right. You introduce them on a system, and you can earn on the value premium pack, which is what I recommend. You would earn, keep it real basic, £194 for helping your first 2 people, and they will be forever grateful, like all of us are. The next step up would be, we don't just stop there, we help other people. You're going to introduce other personal trainers, like I've introduced Natasha, who's a physio, who introduces people, like I introduced Jenny, who introduces her friends. When this happens, they introduce. At this point, if they introduce on a pack, you can earn £527. So this, I'm pointing this out because at this point, if you got started on the pack, I would recommend, and again, you don't have to, you can do something smaller, you would, and that's 290 quid. You would have then been in profit for owning a business. Everything else, you've already at this point earned £227 profit from a business where you eat your overheads, and everything else is then positive. First thing, that's crazy. Most people are in debt for years when they start a business. So the most amazing part of it is when this starts happening. So Jenny introduced Fern, who introduced all the teachers at school, and then Heather, I'm in Heather's downline, I'm a PT, introduced a lot of people. So my team, as I said, is like 4,500. Everyone who is introduced through your network, whether you know them or not, whether they are of the 100,000th person away from Heather, she still gets paid the exact same portion of that person, even though they are so many people away from her, even though she hasn't got a clue what their name is. How crazy is that? So it is really a collaborative business model. You benefit from team volume. So say, for instance, you're sitting there and thinking, I'm just going to sit in the think tank, I'm just going to like wait it out, do lots of research, which I know you're going to do anyway because you're in the industry and it's what we do. But say you sit out and you decide to wait up here, and Mary decides to get started and introduces her 45 clients, 5 clients, whatever. When you do decide to get started, which is absolutely fine, you've still got an amazing opportunity, you get placed at the bottom of that leg where the next spot is. So in my opinion, what I would recommend is, obviously you're going to have to really love these products to even talk to your people about them. You have to have like serious passion for them. Get yourself a spot with the person who introduced you on this call, order your products, put this stuff in your body and understand why we are so crazy about it, and then watch what happens. We really have a seriously proven system to not only get your clients the most incredible, life-changing, lifelong maintainable results, 7 years in, 12 years in, people won't stop using these products, but also a way to give you access to residual income and time freedom. where else can you get it? So that is it. I'm going to end the call. I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm sorry it's gone over time, but there's so much we want to tell you and just let you know. And I wish someone would have said this to me right in the beginning. So hopefully you'll be grateful. Thank you so much to the speakers that come on and shared your stories. I love you so much. You're amazing. You inspire the shit out of me. And enjoy. And I hope to see you lot absolutely killing it at life real soon, walking around with your billboards. See you later, everybody. Bye.